Is Ketchum, Idaho the perfect mountain town? In my opinion, I'd say it's pretty dang close, but I'm a bit biased, so in this video we're going to take a look at what exactly are the characteristics of a great mountain town and if Ketchum does or does not meet that criteria. I think every great mountain town starts with skiing. Ketchum's home to Sun Valley's Bald Mountain, which is consistently ranked as one of the best resorts in the country. Baldy has a really unique place in ski culture. It offers long, consistent fall-line skiing, the views are incredible, and despite how world famous Sun Valley is, it still somehow feels uncrowded compared to a lot of other major ski towns. And when you combine the skiing, the scenery, and the history, it's pretty easy to understand why Sun Valley became America's first destination ski resort. And one thing I really love about Baldy is how integrated it feels into everyday life here. There's no long canyon drive or complicated access road. You can go ski for a couple hours in the morning, grab lunch in town, and still have the rest of your day. And it's not just alpine skiing that defines Ketchum. Sun Valley is also known as Nordic Town, USA. The Wood River Valley has more than 200 kilometers of groomed Nordic trails, and for a lot of locals, Nordic skiing isn't just an extra activity, it's part of everyday life. If you've ever spent much time in a mountain town and you're fortunate enough to meet a longtime local and ask them how they ended up there, chances are pretty high you'll hear them say, "I came for the winters, but I stayed for the summers." For a lot of people, summer actually ends up being their favorite season in mountain towns, and I think there are a few lifestyle factors that really determine whether a mountain town is special year-round or just a ski destination. One of the things that really attracts people to mountain towns is the summer weather. You get warm, sunny days, cool nights, very little humidity, and long daylight hours that make it easy to stay outside all day long. Whether it's mountain biking, fishing, hiking, or just sitting on a patio downtown for dinner, summer in a mountain town has a really easy rhythm that's hard to describe unless you experience it, and you'll definitely find that in Ketchum. But what good is all that great summer weather if you don't have some great ways to take advantage of it? I think there's a few key summer activities that make for a great mountain town. So up first, let's talk about the hiking and biking. Summer's all about fun and being outside, and what makes Ketchum a great mountain town is all the access to the hiking and mountain biking. Within just a few minutes of downtown, you can be on some great hiking trails that lead into the Pioneer, Boulder, and Sawtooth Mountains. And when it comes to mountain biking, Ketchum has its own unique feel. From smooth, flowy trails to long technical descents and huge backcountry rides, there's an incredible variety of terrain here, and a lot of it's accessible right from town without needing to load up the car. Now let's talk about golfing. And I feel like golf is another criteria that needs to be checked to be considered a great mountain town, and Ketchum is got a lot of great options for golf. You've got several high-quality courses throughout the valley, including the Valley Club. You've also got Sun Valley Resort that offers 45 holes of golf with incredible mountain views in every direction. And then you've got the Big Wood Golf Course, which is under new ownership, and people are really excited about what they're bringing to the communities. Up next, I think another key factor in determining the quality of a mountain town is its access to water. And I think this is where Ketchum really starts to set itself apart. Right through the middle of the valley, you've got the Big Wood River. So whether you're a fly fisherman or just enjoy being near the water, it adds a ton to the overall lifestyle and atmosphere of the valley. If you're a big fisherman, you've got incredible access all throughout the Big Wood River. And 45 minutes south, you've got the world-class Silver Creek Preserve, which attracts people from all over the world. So beyond the rivers, you're also close to some absolutely stunning alpine lakes. Within roughly an hour or so of Ketchum, you can get to Redfish, Alturas, or Pettit Lakes, which, in my opinion, are some of the most beautiful lakes anywhere in the country. You can enjoy wake surfing, paddleboard, camping, or just spending the day on the water with the family with incredible views of the Sawtooth Mountains in the background. And the fact that you can go from downtown Ketchum to lakes like that so quickly is pretty incredible and just adds to the uniqueness of Ketchum. And beyond the outdoor lifestyle, Ketchum also has a surprisingly strong arts and culture scene. Every summer, the Sun Valley Music Festival brings world-class musicians and a full summer symphony season to the valley. And the area is also home to the annual Sun Valley Writers Conference, which draws nationally recognized authors, journalists, and speakers from around the country. So now one thing that I think is important to talk about and really differentiates Ketchum from other mountain towns is access. And access is probably one of the more debated aspects of Ketchum. I think it's part of what helps preserve and what makes Ketchum unique. Yes, getting here can be a little more of a challenge compared to some other mountain towns, but that extra layer of effort helps keep the crowds down and protects a lot of the character of the valley. So while people in places like Park City like to point out that they're only 45 minutes from a major international airport, that airport also serves a metro area of about 1.3 million people, which means about 1.3 million people are also within easy reach of Park City's skiing, bike trails, restaurants, and outdoor spaces. Ketchum is a little different. It feels a little more removed, quieter, and less overrun. And I think that balance between accessibility and isolation is part of why so many people end up falling in love with the lifestyle here. Another factor that really shapes Ketchum is exclusivity. Because of the surrounding mountains, protected land, and strict development regulations, there's only so much room to build here. So unlike some mountain towns that continue to sprawl outward, Ketchum has pretty real physical limitations on growth, and as more people discover the area, the available inventory gets absorbed quickly. And that scarcity is a big part of why Ketchum has evolved into such a strong luxury market. And with that comes a really high level of quality across the board. So whether it's architecture, custom home building, interior design, landscaping, or craftsmanship, the valley attracts some incredibly talented professionals. So whether you're buying an existing home or building something from the ground up, there's a pretty strong expectation of quality and attention to detail here. So beyond all the outdoor access, I think one of the biggest things that makes Ketchum special is a sense of community. Despite being a world-class destination, it still feels like a real town where people know each other and actually spend time together. You've also got strong schools throughout the Wood River Valley, a huge emphasis on youth sports and outdoor programs, and a lifestyle that naturally gets families off the screens and outside more often. So now, where does Ketchum fall short? I think the first thing we have to circle back to is the skiing. As much as I love Baldy, if you grew up skiing in places with massive terrain and endless powder like Snowbird or Jackson Hole, there's definitely an adjustment. Sun Valley averages less snowfall than a lot of major Western resorts, and while the grooming consistency, lack of crowds are incredible, this probably isn't the place for someone chasing nonstop deep powder and huge expert terrain. I'm not the world's biggest foodie, I'm more of a homebody, so take this with a grain of salt, but compared to larger mountain towns, the dining and nightlife scene here is definitely more limited. It's also a smaller and somewhat insulated community, so if you're coming from a major city, the lack of cultural diversity can feel noticeable. So while Ketchum checks a lot of boxes and might feel perfect for some people, no mountain town is perfect for everybody. But if your ideal lifestyle revolves around outdoor access, smaller crowds, natural beauty, and a community that still feels authentic, then Ketchum gets remarkably close. Is Ketchum, Idaho the perfect mountain town? That's up for you to decide, but hopefully this provided a little more information to help you get to that answer. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.